and welcome back, everybody, for another spectacular podcast filled with the greatest topics of the entire week. We're gonna make do with the greatest topics you've had this year, probably. Talking about an ever-expanding DC universe, a 2-year anniversary of the movement, Blade, and Deadpool. Major news for both of those. Not really. Marvel expanding tons and tons into new territories. Not really. And unconfirmed and confirmed things in regards to the Infinity Saga. You could tell just by my hype that this is going to be the greatest show we've had this year. I am bending backwards to just make these sound real hype.
See, this is why Tristan left.
There was no scraping today.
This was like, Tristan is out. I'm assuming he got the Pokemon's flu, considering he beat the game in like 36 hours or something.
Yeah.
Or he's on fire. Apparently, Mitch is too.
I'm on fire. What?
Australia?
I'm England.
He's lucky. He's over
How
there.
dare!
Man, I thought you were from Australia for a second.
No.
They are our criminals and our guards.
No,
I am higher up in the hierarchy.
Here's the thing that happens, though, because the rest of the world is getting, what's it called? Disney Plus late, right? Because you're getting in, like, what, spring?
The last day of Q1 possible.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
31st of March. So they were literally 24 hours away from lying to me. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's like anywhere you look, though, half the world is technically on fire. Like I had no idea until you're like, oh wait, it's actually happening. It's pretty brutal out there. So make sure you cool down with this cool podcast.
Just because we're in the snow does not mean you need to make snow puns.
I don't know, whatever. Anyways, we got a great show lined up for you. Thank you to all the members of the CBC community over there on YouTube. You guys make this possible, as always. You guys can expect a bonus topic this week. I believe we're talking about some Star Wars stuff. Is that what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Star Wars. Oh, let me get what it is. Star Wars. Yes. To stay in 2022, and what's it going to be? Here's the thing with Star Wars, they have no idea what's going to happen, and Kathleen Kennedy kind of revealed that, so we'll talk a little bit about that. But for now,
am I revealing anything this week, like you said I would?
No, you didn't do that video yet. But it's probably because I didn't make the layers.
Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah, I'll get on that. I'll get on that right after this. So, yes.
So I have to hold off another week?
Yes, because I need to do the layers. I didn't do that.
Well, guys, you don't have to blame me for not announcing my special thing this week. You blame Armin.
Fact. So anyway, as always, I'm Armin. Everybody, you can find me occasionally now on Call of Duty, but I've been balancing that with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and also a little bit of Pokemon here and there. But I'm still playing Call of Duty, trying to get in a couple matches every day. So if you see me in that room and like you're on my friends list, you can just jump in. I believe I leave it open to anybody on friends list. So join in and we can play on there. As always, I'm joined with Mitch today.
What's up? You can find me on Twitter, Mitch692.
Also, Tristan is not here, but I'm assuming he's got to catch them all, or at least what's available in the national decks. So, not all of them, clearly, because there's a lot of outrage in regards to Pokemon. And I'm also here with Shay.
Hey guys, you can find me on Instagram at Michelle1602.
So, yeah, with that in mind, we're just going to get right into our first... The first topic will be an interesting one, considering Disney was like, well, we got to get ahead of this. And honestly, I've seen a lot of people talk about this, and they weren't expecting the announcement like this far out. Like some analysts were saying it was probably going to happen in summer of next year, but Disney was like, no, we're not doing that. We're going to just release a bunch of dates for upcoming Disney, Marvel, and Fox properties through 2023, which means, they're staking their claims, and this officially made it 2022, 2023. Each are going to see 4 films from the MCU, with obviously 2023 being completely unknown. There's nothing that we know about that one. So,
and technically 2022 is going to have 5 because Spider-Man.
That's true, yeah. 5 MCU films. So
actually, no, is that 20? No, it's 2021.
No, that's 2021. What year are we in? 2020,
We were 2019.
Yeah. Okay, so 4, but still, that's impressive output from Marvel Studios. So, what do you do with these 5? Because that's a lot. Because clearly, by that point, they're already going to be, like Disney Plusing at least 4 to 5 series a year. Like, that's
I mean, they're doing that now, aren't they? No.
true. Yeah, after like the first year, it's gonna be like, oh no, we're literally in that point. So
There's literally not going to be a weekend that something new is not happening.
Nope. Nope. So
Yeah.
take Star Wars right now and just put that across the year for Marvel.
yeah,
That's going to be.
what a what a
But
crazy
then, of course,
time.
obviously, there's still going to be Star Wars stuff in between that. So it's like, we're
Yeah.
going to have all the Marvel, we're going to have all the Star Wars. And then they also are announcing, hey guys, look, our Fox properties too. We didn't just buy Fox to shove them under the bus and get
Yeah.
Fantastic Four and X-Men back. We are going forward with a lot of series.
I love that that's what everybody thought, and Disney was just like, dude, we're releasing like 15 Fox films. What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
They
these
did
are-
delay Avatar, though, which is kind of funny.
Oh, come on, like, come on. No, if you're a betting man, just bet on Avatar being delayed constantly,
Yeah.
and you're probably pretty rich by now. Like at this point, I don't know what to tell you
I
about
say
that.
it took 20 years for the first one to come out or something stupid like that, so
Right.
it's going to happen again.
And I'm assuming they're also going to want to like line this up with an expansion to the whole Avatar land and all that. You know, introduce new stuff for the new movies. It's like, that makes sense.
You guys also have to realize, though, Cameron actually has to roll a camera and not just make scripts.
Well, they shot the second one, right? Like
I thought it was
I
supposed to
think
be the
so.
second and third back to back.
something of the sorts, but nobody knows how that went.
I thought it was just he was trying to figure out how to film an entire movie underwater, and then that's the last I
He
heard.
did that with the Abyss and stuff like that. I don't. That Cameron, man. And now he's probably going to get sidetracked with Terminator when he gets it fully back after this year. But let's be real, that's not going anywhere because
I was going to say Terminator's dead.
Terminator's dead. So, in regards to what's happening here with Marvel Studios, so we can pretty much, I guess all of us can be like, you know what? One of these is going to be one of those Fox properties, right? That's not Deadpool. It's going to be like, it's going to be X-Men, Fantastic Four, one of those.
Oh, yeah.
What?
So you got a ton of sequels, you got a ton of new stuff. That's what's going to be.
Well,
Which is the obvious.
here's a question: are they going to label it as a Marvel Studios, or are they going to label it as a Fox,
yeah.
or are they going to double it down and be like, hey, it's both?
Are they going to label X-Men as a Fox movie?
I think Deadpool gets like under the Fox banner because it won't be, you know, like a Disney branded movie. But I think other
Unless
than
they're
that,
Marvel Knights.
yeah, like something like that. Exactly, it would make sense to me. Because I mean, just this last week we found out they're like, you know, those X-Men movies you watched? Yeah, those are never coming to Disney Plus.
No.
We don't want to confuse people. It's like, yeah, we well, look,
Which is weird because they got Inhumans on there, so like...
yeah, well, that snuck in there because nobody realized what it was, and they're just like, oh no.
It was just in the file when it got uploaded. It's like, oh, okay.
I guess we're there now.
Well, maybe people will watch it. Like, I sat there and I was like, oh, look, John Carter. Maybe people will watch that now. And Armin's like, no.
No, they won't.
But we don't want people to watch that.
They see Tara Kitsch, they're like, oh, well, okay. So what do you? So it's 2023. So we're like 4 years removed from an Avengers film at that point. Do you think they
Yep.
wait till maybe 2024 and make it a 5-year type of deal? It's like, oh, you waited long enough for a new Avengers. Because 2023, to me, I've seen some people say this is where they would like possibly put new Avengers, and I'm like, it still feels a little too early for me because like, where are these characters all going to meet each other?
That'd be 4 years since Endgame.
Yeah?
2023.
But you also have to realize they're reshaping everything. How
Yeah,
many
yeah.
movies did we... Okay, actually, I shouldn't say that because we didn't have too terribly many movies before having it. But when it comes to this, you're having to make something out of something we don't have yet. Because of the fact that all of the original Avengers are gone. You have to create this new team.
Well, you got
That-
Thor,
Okay, no, you have Thor, you have
everybody's
Ant-Man.
least favorite trilogy Avenger.
No, that's
They-
why
they
we're
made the
getting
first
Jane
Avengers.
Foster Thor now.
True.
And she's
They
going to
made
be
the
everyone's
first Avengers
favorite.
for 6. So.
True. So do you think maybe they could put a 2023 and be like, look, you don't need as much build-up, but we'll do some of the build-up through other shows and other movies? Like,
You're going to have 4 years and 2.5 years of Disney Plus. So you're going to have 4 years of movies and 2.5 years worth of Disney Plus original content that is already confirmed to be a part of this. But I feel they're still going to wait because they want to be able to bring everything together more seamlessly. And they also are probably going to want to see what is sticking. They're going to throw the spaghetti up in the air, see what sticks and what falls down.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know, like, I feel like there needs to be a justification. Like, they just defeated a dude who wiped out half the universe. To me, it's like, if the Avengers reform for some reason, I feel like there needs to be a little bit more than just like, we want to fight together again versus, I don't know, who could they use as a villain?
Silver Surfer and Galactus are the people that would bring them together.
Sure, in 15 years. I mean, I wouldn't throw Galactus out now. Because
Well,
then you
that's the
undo
thing,
the
like-
Fantastic Four. Like,
No,
what's-
and that I understand. That's what I'm saying, though. It's like, that is a giant person to be able to bring them together. Like, they don't have somebody like that because they haven't confirmed that they're doing Doom. They haven't confirmed that they're doing anything Fantastic Four. And the
other than in development.
and the Skrull are kind of just
They're good.
they're scrawling around. Yeah, they are. They're like more on the good side because we have Nick Fury up in space chilling out with them, and they're the most mischievous thing that they're doing is stealing his sandals. Like, there's no build up right now to a villain,
Yeah, I
and
don't
you can't
see-
have Loki because now from the last time that they've talked about it. It seems like
Well-
it's possibly the Loki that we all like now because he's
No, I mean, you could have
Good?
Loki
No.
now because Loki will be possibly a woman. And, like, they'll be like, oh, the woman's a villain. All right. Like,
Well, I mean, that's going to be a different Loki.
yeah.
They say it's a multiversal show. There's going to be more than one Loki.
Oh,
It's kind of-
definitely.
or that's the reincarnation because that's typically how
I
they
mean,
do
true,
it.
they could do that, yeah.
True.
Yeah. You know, who's to say it's an Avengers and not a new Avengers movie or
Right.
a young Avengers movie? You know, they came together because there wasn't an Avengers team.
I mean,
So
that
you
could
could
be
get,
Yeah,
like,
because
you know,
if you do,
maybe the threat plays off the whole Kree sleeper cell thing, and that's how
Yeah.
you bring in Hulkling and do it that way.
True.
well, because even like if you look at Spider-Man, which thank God we're getting another one. They sat there and they were interrogating him, being like, "Are you the new Avenger? Where's the new Avengers team?" So you know that the world wants that mental security of we have a team. Do we need a team right now? No,
I mean-
but the world is going to constantly be wanting a theme or a team, and I think that's going to be a better way to be able to lead into the Dark Avengers more than actually young or new.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Because-
could do Dark and Young at the same time.
True.
You know, the Young Avengers come together to take down the Dark Avengers because something shady about them.
Yeah.
That would honestly be cool. Like, the movies themed around that, the Young Avengers versus the Dark Avengers. That could be a really great way to bring in everybody, like, literally. And, yeah, I mean, I could see that happening. So, I don't know. That's a lot of dates they announced. So we know, like, you know, that the Fatigue, every year we get that one big article from, I don't know, like, Deadline or someone, and it's always the same dude, Scott something, and he's always like, "Oh, Marvel Fatigue's kicking in." It's like, Jesus, dude, it's not. It's literally getting better and
Well, I
better
mean,
every year.
at least now you kind of got a justification for that argument. Because 4, maybe 5 movies a year, maybe like 5 TV shows.
Yeah,
Yeah, if it's going to start, it's going to start now.
it'll start exactly. Yeah, but I guess we'll find out if it does. I mean, when the time comes.
Like, luckily, at least though, there is such a versatile like type of content coming out, and it's not like every movie kind of seeming the exact same.
Yeah.
Every movie that is at least coming out next year is so different. And then the next year, 2021 is going to be different. 2022 and
I mean, every film we know is in development is vastly different than the last one. I mean, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, you know, Eternals. I mean, my God, Eternals alone, that's like the most out of left field thing anybody's expecting. Like, the casuals don't even know what's happening yet, so when they see a trailer for that, they're going to be like, what? Like, it's...
And then the TV shows are doing the exact same thing. It's just enhancing the world. Kind of like how Mandalorian is right now. It's enhancing a world that we have grown to love. Now let's know this side of it.
Right. So, I'm assuming since they dropped these, maybe in the summer we'll find out the rest of the dates for the other year, but I wouldn't expect this year or anything for
I'd say there's so many like movies we don't know.
Oh yeah,
the dates. Like they're just getting in front of themselves now.
Yep.
It's like,
they're just trying to stake their claim because they want people to run away because they know they will. Like that's literally like when they dropped a July date. And it was 2 years after the third Spider-Man. I'm like, they know exactly what they're doing in July. They're telling Sony, get away from this. It's like, like, and then
remember when BVS ran from Ant-Man?
Yes, and justifiably so because you know. So there is that. Once we find out more details, which I assume we'll start hearing some rumors and speculation, we'll talk more about it. Like, I don't know. It'll be a couple months, I assume, but we'll get.
There'll be news soon, hopefully.
Exactly. Now, we got some conflict happening within the big trades. First up, Hollywood Reporter was like, hey, DC, they're expanding. So many villain movies, and Joker too. And then Deadline's like, y'all clickbaiting, because no, they ain't. So now you got the big dudes calling each other. It's like, oh. So I don't know how to honestly, like, see this one, because, like, a sequel to Joker doesn't make sense at all to me. Like, I'm just like, the way that entire movie is built up and what they do and the ending, it's literally, it'd be like making a sequel to Fight Club. Like, right after Fight Club came out, you're like, but you, like, it's a little confusing to me, and I understand why they would want, and maybe they are talking to Phillips, and apparently they had a meeting to discuss other villains, and Todd Phillips has possibly already taken one to make another standalone film built off of him. My assumption would be maybe Two-Face or someone, you know, somebody that can fall into that mob type deal that obviously that's a little cheaper to produce. So what are they doing? What do they do here? Origin
apparently
movies.
Nothing. No.
Yeah, like what?
Like, Two-Face, I feel, is a character that we've already done multiple times and has been...
And we're doing again because he's in Matt Reeves.
Yep.
Yeah, so he can't be a character that you're going to sit there and get an origin story to, especially if DC eventually is going to try again to bring these worlds together. Because you can't sit there and listen to them being like, no, we're going to keep everything standalone. No, you're not, because you know money will be there eventually.
Let's be real. Joker just passed $1 billion. There is no way DC's not like, we need a sequel. Because if they make... it's their most profitable film they've ever made.
I was going to say, it's Warner Brothers. They're going to make another one.
They need it because, again, they're reactionary, and that's kind of where it's at. Like, after Aquaman succeeded, they're like, oh, The Trench. There's also rumors of a Black Manta spinoff. It's like, what? Like, no. Like, just slow it down a bit and work on what you have. Like, they just announced Black Adam. Okay, that's a villain origin movie. But then the director of Shazam is like, nobody's talked to me. I have no idea what's happening. It's a different director, different script writers, different agents. I know as much as you guys on here. It's like, oh boy, that bums me out.
Especially because you want the two films to be able to come together, well, at least when it comes to Black Adam and Shazam. You want them to be able to come together seamlessly when they have to go and fight. So if you have, like, Light and Day, which, yes, I get it, good and evil, but if the films themselves are completely opposite spectrums, and something that can't actually come together, like oil and water, it's not going to do good, because you then have to have another director come in and try to work out everything that Black Adam created, everything that they created with Shazam, and attempt to bring it together. Yes, it has been done, because look at how vastly different everything in the Marvel universe is, and
Again,
they came together.
Kevin Feige sat everybody down every time and talked to them. Like, it doesn't seem like they're doing an aspect of that. So I'm like, I don't know. I want them to kind of get their head on straight and be like, this is the direction we're heading in. We're not going to, like, abandon it for 5 years. Because they've tried that twice already, and twice they've abandoned it completely. Like, once with Zack Snyder's and originally with the intended Green Lantern start. So it's like, well, I get why the villain thing might be something they want to push through, and they more than likely will, because it's cheaper, tons of money, but I don't know, like, a Joker 2 doesn't seem Like,
It's not gonna.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it needs it because the way it's structured. What is the point? You know, like.
Also, I feel that it's not gonna get as much of the hype. Like a lot of people went into this because it's Joaquin Phoenix. Two, there was so much press
And
behind
it was
this
kind
film,
of pitched as a standalone,
and it
like a one and
is
done. Yeah.
a standalone. Like from what it seems like, the way that it ends is not even like something that you can
You don't.
continue without having
If-
potentially
The
Batman.
thing is, if you want a sequel, you have to pick what the movie means. And the whole point of the Joker, by the time it ends, is you don't know what it means. So, like, was it a joke? Did it happen? Was he just...
I was gonna say, if you make a sequel, you're confirming the ending of that movie.
Right, exactly.
Which the ending of that movie is kind of the entire point of it. So
Yep.
you can't. You could do one if you just want money and you didn't really believe in what you did in the first place. But
Right.
does anyone who wants it?
No, like,
Is the question.
If they need to do a Joker movie, then why don't you bring back Todd Phillips if he must come back? Bring back Joaquin and make it an anthology of a completely different Joker, or
So you want what Gotham did?
maybe just make it an anthology. Like, just you can't. I just feel like a sequel is pointless. Like, how about, I don't know, bring in Mark Hamill, let him do his Joker
Well,
on
because
film. Why not?
if you do it that way, then it shows you that yes, they would have to have a lot of the same tones, meaning society is what helped create.
Would they though
this-
if it's an anthology?
I feel at least to be able to kind of get the Joker, but you can also sit there and do it in different period. Being like, you know what? Society repeats itself like history does. It's a rinse and repeat, and it's showing that it's inevitable for us to create a
Yeah,
villain like the
yeah.
Joker.
And
If they do it like that, that'd be freaking cool.
True, and I have no doubts that somewhere within Warner Brothers they've mandated that the Joker be mentioned in Matt Reeves' Batman, and at least somehow, if they want, they'll shove him into the sequel because they're like, well, that character sells merchandise, so
He's even mentioned in Batwoman. Like, this character is a person that is so core to DC. Like, when it comes to you sit there and you be like, oh, what do you know that's DC? Batman, Joker, and then
Wonder Woman, Superman.
Yeah.
There you go.
like that's what everybody knows. Like, you sit there and you ask anybody who is a villain of Batman, the first thing that's going to come out of their mouth is Joker.
Well, not even that. Most top 100 greatest comic book villains of all time, Joker's always number one. So
Yeah.
every list ever made, it's very rare that he ends up anywhere but number one. So I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening because I'm assuming there'll be an announcement if anything official happens, probably by the end of the year because they'll want to start already hyping people before the award season and all that. So
Could we get a different villain besides a Batman one if you guys are going to continue?
No.
Like, we're getting Black Adam. Yay. Can we get somebody besides Batman villains?
Well, who do you do?
Yeah, I would like to see... Okay, that is a good point.
General Zod. There we go.
Somehow that would be a Batman villain.
We've seen Zod, though, like
I know,
3 million
I
times.
know. Oh,
We've
okay.
seen Joker 3 million times as well. It still just made $1 billion.
That is true.
All right, give us Brainiac.
I feel small... Krypton did a really good job with that.
Yes, they did. But
I
that
can-
got, axed, so.
Yeah.
Lol.
Okay, then there you go. Give me Brainiac, and then that's how you can potentially bring everybody
So
together.
you start off like Brainiac on some random planet. He's a little kid who likes collecting bugs, and then the society beats him into submission.
Oh my god.
So he's
See,
so he
what
becomes
you-
a robot man that collects everything, and then he makes a giant robot body, and he collects relics like the bugs that made him. See, it makes sense.
See, what you've both forgotten is that's too sci-fi, and that's not a real movie.
Oh,
Oh.
well,
So take everything away. He's just a smart kid.
So
Maybe he's got
Oh.
like jaundice, so his skin changes
you
color.
literally, you literally just landed on what it's gonna be. It's clearly gonna be Lex Luthor running for president,
Oh yeah.
and they're gonna just mimic exactly what happened in the last decade.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the Superman will be the people opposing him, not Superman. Like it'll be like a crew.
You mean they just be the Mexicans?
I
kind of
probably.
Really? That's probably the closest allegory you can make.
I guess people in the comments, let us know what you want to see from other villains that are potentially. So just a little bit over 2 years ago, Justice League released, and it didn't do so good in the box office, to put it kindly.
It's already been
2 years.
Yep.
Now,
no, it's only been 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that is true.
Now with I guess with that release, everything kind of started this whole movement of people want to see the original Zack Snyder cut. And through the 2 years, he's trickled out a few pieces of info, concept art, pictures, recording sessions, things that happen behind the scenes, and then visual effects artists, the music composers, everybody's trying to go, no, there's more to it. Jason Momoa says apparently there's an entire cut of it that exists. He's seen it. Other actors now, Gal Gadot, Ben Affleck are all supporting it. Zack Snyder finally tweeted about it, supported it. So, what is all this about? It's been 2 years of nonstop, right? What is the ultimate goal that hopes to be accomplished with this? And is there a chance of something actually happening with it? Like, that's, I guess, the ultimate one.
So they're secretly actually making a Snyder cut right now because of the fact of everybody hashtagging it. They're like, wait, maybe we should actually do this because I didn't make a cut. Because there was one point that he said, guys, stop saying I made a cut.
Right.
I didn't make a cut. But now he is saying that there's a cut.
There was a time early on where he was like, well, we never got to complete my vision. And he was like, so it's not... But then, over the last year, it's really amped up to this huge thing where now there's, like, NFL players backing out. Like,
Did they even see the original?
I don't know what anybody's seen. Apparently, some people have seen more. Some people haven't even seen it. They just want it. The thing with this is, Warner Brothers, it would cost them, by estimates of some people, $70 to $100 million to complete this cut of the film.
Mm-hmm.
They're
never going to spend it.
They can't spend it. Like, it's...
Because especially, like, say if they were like, fine, we'll release it. Then it turns around and bombs again. What is everybody going to tweet now?
Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing.
People just wouldn't get it. That would be the hashtag.
What?
You didn't understand.
My whole argument with this is like, fine, it's like, if they put it out, I will gladly support it. I will see it however it's put out. If I have to pay for it on HBO Max or whatever, $15 extra to see it so they can recoup some money, fine, whatever. I will do that because I'm genuinely intrigued by what it is from everything we've seen, which has been a lot. Like, oh, Green Lantern was in there. Okay, I want to see that. Oh, there was more to the war. Okay, show me that. Oh, Wonder Woman fought Darkseid. Okay, show me that. Like, that all sounds amazing. But from what we know, some of this, and even like the Wonder Woman versus Darkseid, it was literally pre-texture work. So, like, it's a rough model of Darkseid. Like, imagine a video game without textures. That's kind of what it looks like. To complete all that, those shots would take millions of dollars. So they can't feasibly see it reasonable enough to be like, well, we have to put this out because we're going to recoup money, because there's no way they're going to recoup money, because advertising alone, if they have to finish it for $100 million, they would have to re-advertise the entire film.
I don't think they'd have to. So when it comes to the advertising part, I feel like all they have to do is literally put out a tweet saying it's coming.
Okay.
And that literally, because of how many people right now already are doing the hashtag release the Snyder Cut, that alone could almost do like how Deadpool did their publicity for it, that it was all just like low key, but everybody knew it was coming.
Till the 11th hour. They could. Problem being is Deadpool has been a pop culture thing that people have wanted, and Ryan Reynolds and the way he is, like, that was propelled. Twitter is a bubble. Like,
yep.
Like, if you go to people, like one of the dudes we talked to at the gym, I talked to him about it. He was like, oh, there was another cut of Justice League? I was like, oh yeah, it's this whole thing. He was like, yeah, I don't care. I just want more Wonder Woman. I was like, okay. And this guy knows a little bit more. He sees pretty much every movie that comes out in theaters. So, like, you know, he's not plugged in online to everything, so he has no idea this exists. I honestly, the way I made a video about it before, I think is the way they should go. spend 5 extra million, animate everything that would have been needing completed CG, release a 5-hour cut of whatever Zack Snyder wanted with animated, bring the actors to do the voice acting again, and call it a day. Like,
so do what Watchmen did, basically.
Exactly, with the whole, extended Black Freighter. Like, well, that would honestly be the smartest way. And, like, if people love it and genuinely gets good reviews, they go, well, do we take it a step further now? But just meet somewhere in the middle, because I do want to see this. Like,
here's the thing: you can't. You can't meet in the middle. If you do that, you're giving a win to harassment.
That's true.
Because yes, people that are under the hashtag can say, well, I didn't do that. We don't harass people. We did money for charity. The fact is, people under hashtag have harassed people for 2 years.
Right.
You can't. No studio in their right mind's ever going to give that away.
That's the thing. One of the core quote unquote leaders of this, and there's a few of them, have literally made targeted harassment videos and audio clips and put them online, and made videos about certain execs and people murdering other people at Marvel Studios. Imagine supporting that.
Yeah.
So
imagine supporting people that made a rap video for this that have your competition as Nazis.
Yeah.
Like, no one's gonna do that ever. No.
That's the thing. Like, we're not saying everybody that supports this cut is like this, because I want to see this, because they legitimately threw Zack Snyder under the bus when his daughter unfortunately ended her own life. That's why he was fired. Like, they saw this as an in, and they were like, give this guy a boot and replace him. That's terrible. Like, I want this movie, but when your self-appointed leaders and the people vouching for you are the loudest, more toxic, minority of this small movement, it proposes a big problem. That's just... It's unfortunate that that's the way it's framed itself, and Warner Brothers, there's no way that they want to respond to that, being like, oh yeah, we saw that rap video. It's great when they mention Mickey burning, yeah, that's a little uncomfortable. Like, you're not gonna support that. That's
like,
the reality of it.
Yeah, there's different ways to sit there and be able to do this. Like, as we've seen, people have gone through a lot of trouble to be like, I don't like this person. Hence why we didn't get Mary Jane in The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, that was awful.
And then even before Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, all the harassment the actor got who played Jar Jar Binks. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
There's bad ways of doing it.
Yep.
And then there's good ways.
And, I'll stop you there for a second, because I want to sideline before I forget. What was a good movement, despite the fact we know we're not going to get it? If you guys remember this year, Make Solo 2 happened. What happened on the anniversary of, Solo and everything. It was an important date. For 24 hours, everybody tweeted their support, love for the film, tweeted to the actors from all the Star Wars films, like, Kelly Marie Tran and everybody who was harassed for being Rose in The Last Jedi. And it was so passionate, and like, I did a video, and everybody, that the director, people at Disney, the writer, like, people from that worked all generations of Star Wars, all jumped in on it and supported it, saying thank you to the passionate fan base. And I even had Ron Howard on my own Instagram like the photo, saying thank you for the support. We hope we can work on this down the road. I was like, they were open to it, but the amount of toxicity behind it was almost non-existent. Because, like, we were just like, no, we like this movie. We want people to know, even though it bombed, it's like, hey, whatever, It was a fun day to see all the fans pop up. And it's like, this has turned more into something that's not along those lines, which is unfortunate. And that's...
Yep. There's positive and negative ways to be able to do that. Voicing your opinion, saying, I want to see this film, is how you do it. Not, you should do this or else. Like, you add that or else, and that's not good.
Or debate us on why you won't release this. Oh my God.
Yeah. And it's like, they obviously, a lot of different film studios do listen to people, because look at how much...
Paramount.
Look at Sonic, yeah.
Like, Paramount, exactly. It was a both when it came to that. It was a positive and negative. And they realized that a lot of people were positively stating how negative the creature looked. I call it a creature because it was scary.
And that's the thing. Like, I've talked to people who were straight up against Sonic. They had no interest, but they're like, no, I'm supporting this when it comes out because the studio listened to... it's like, yeah, they did. Like, Sonic was like my first ever, like, technically the first ever game I really owned on Genesis when I moved to the US. It was like, oh, that was important to me. I'm gonna go see this regardless. But now that he looks like this and like
Now he looks like Sonic?
I'm like, you know what? Maybe you guys deserve it for listening to us. So, I mean, look, this isn't gonna stop anytime soon. A year from now, we'll be talking about a 3-year anniversary of this, and
we'll be talking about a 5 and 10.
Probably. I mean, we'll get back to it when we do, but you guys let us know how you feel about it, because I know there's a lot of passionate people about it, so,
And remember, positive, not or else.
Yeah, not or else. So, October of 2022, Disney was like, look, we're releasing a film here. We know October now is prime time for blockbusters. So, with that in mind, there's been a lot of debate I've seen. Does this go to Deadpool or does it go to Blade? And both make sense to me. But I think
here's
Deadpool
why
more.
It won't be Blade. Blade was already in the pipeline.
Yep.
They already had movie dates there.
Exactly.
This is added in after the fact they've had those dates. There's no way it's Blade.
Right. That's
simple as that.
Like, Blade to me is in one of the dates that already hasn't been announced. February. If you look at that, February date, it would make sense. But
then Ant-Man 2 looks like, or Ant-Man 3 even, looks like to be filming in time for that date, so...
True. Do they make Blade a midsummer blockbuster? That
Possibly,
would be
why not?
Pretty insane. It's like, yo, you like baking out there in the sun? Vampires can't. Go see Blade. Like, all right.
Or they may even just push back. Like, if they do it in February, why won't they push back then Ant-Man 3 and put that in the blockbuster time? Because it's one of those films that they know it does make money.
And especially, like, let's say if some of the rumors we previously talked about are true, that Ant-Man could possibly be setting up new or young Avengers. If that's a midsummer blockbuster, it's like, that's big money right there. And then, like, let's say hypothetically, you're looking at that 2022 date for the summer, right? Which you're looking at July 29th by the look of it. And then you got the October one. Imagine you've come into the end of July and you got this new Avengers forming and they're using the quantum realm and whatever, probably multiverse effects, and you put a little Deadpool stinger in there at the end to lead into Deadpool in October. To me, Deadpool's going to guaranteed make over $1 billion at that point. He's in the MCU. You're going to toss in a couple Avengers. Like, I don't know. I think it's going to be Deadpool. I see why a lot of people think it'll be Blade, but it just doesn't make sense to me.
Also, they just had, Warner Bros. Just had Joker in October that made $1 billion. It was R-rated. Marvel only has one R-rated property right now, and it is Deadpool. So.
Yep.
And it's not like Deadpool 1 and 2 came out in the same months. I just looked it up.
No.
The original one came out in February, and then the second one came out in May. So they don't care when they put it out. They're just going to put it out.
And the thing is, do you release Blade as an R-rated film?
Yeah.
Because I would, like, that would be a mandate I have on it. I'd be like, no, Blade, rated R, don't care. When he teams up with the Avengers or Moon Knight on Disney Plus or whatever, fine, you can scale him back. But in his own solo outing, that dude should be covered in blood at some point. Like, they should have that.
Well, that's the thing. If he's fighting vampires, you could do that in PG-13 and still have all the blood.
Oh, definitely.
They're vampires. You just have the vampires not look people.
And they dust quickly, and there's... Yeah,
exactly, yeah.
Also, just think about it. Deadpool 3 coming out in October. It markets itself. He's gonna go around in his Pikachu ears or whatever. He's gonna be sitting there and doing all of those costume things that so many people, like so many cosplayers already go and they put the Deadpool mask on whatever they want. That's how they're gonna sit there and advertise it as the next Halloween film.
Not just that, it's perfect because October, right? When all your films you just released prior to it start releasing on DVD and Blu-ray, imagine the Deadpool marketing blitz when you re-release every current film to date Deadpool-fied.
Oh, God, no.
Well, look at all of the ones that were fan-made or actual release.
Fox did it with the Fox films. Did it. And those films charted in the top 50, every single one of them from various... Like, imagine when they re-release, I don't know, Guardians 1, but everybody's been Deadpoolified on the cover and it's limited time only.
Or it's Deadpool and he's just pushing away Star-Lord and trying to kiss Gamora. Like,
right, like there's marketing tactics for October, and Deadpool to me seems so smart. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't do that there.
it's not even smart. It's easy.
Yeah.
Like, Halloween alone, because of all the costumes, then you sit there and you re-release a lot of different covers or posters and things like that. Like, when Far From Home, or no, actually Homecoming, and you have that picture of him just smacking his arms up and there's Spider-Man falling off the bridge and it's him with a chimichanga. Like, that photo that went everywhere. Like, there's so much that they can do, and it's going to be pocket change because you just give Ryan Reynolds the freedom of his Instagram.
Yeah, and his
and
Twitter,
his Twitter.
And it's done. Yeah.
Everybody's going to know about this movie.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, no, I'm excited by it. Where do you dump Blade? Is he the February date?
I see it more for February. February is also Black History Month.
Right, which is why I've been saying that makes sense to me. Like Black Panther, that would be kind of big.
What are the dates in 2023?
Oh, 2023. God, I don't think I've even charted them. But I believe it's front loaded and then like a November or something.
Because Black History Month has a month in Europe at the end of the year.
Ah.
So if you're doing vampires and it's going to be more European based, you could do that.
Oh, that is true.
I just can't remember what.
So
October, literally October.
So here we go. You have February 17th, 2023, May 5th, 2023, July 28th, 2023, and November 3rd of 2023.
I'd say November.
So you say all the way in 2023, that's when we're going to get Blade?
Yeah.
Well, that could happen. I mean...
So an entire extra year forward?
Yeah. You think we only have an actor. We have no script. We have no director. We have nothing else.
And you test the waters for a late fall release with Deadpool for rated R? Yeah. And then you could also just toss Blade first into like Moon Knight on Disney Plus to see, how it works if you need be.
Yeah.
That could work. So I mean, I'm assuming in the next year we're gonna find out more concrete things as they start casting and we hear production schedules.
Yeah, especially like if you sat there and anybody who has seen Disney Plus and has it, they sat there and they had that Marvel basically recap of all of their announcements, and Blade wasn't one of them.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Was that the expanding the universe?
Yeah. Blade was not one of the ones, but Moon Knight
That's because that was all Disney Plus stuff.
Was it? There was no movies?
Yeah, it was all Disney Plus shows. It wasn't movies. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh. Well,
which kind of, I suppose, it confirms that Blade's a movie.
Right. No. It now confirms that rumor that it might be a series. So, well, like I said, production details, we'll get some soon enough. So we'll talk more about it. So the Infinity Saga Box Set came out. People got their hands on it, and there's extra content out there that's part of that, as well as Disney Plus, like deleted scenes and some extra things. So, Mitch, what did we recently get confirmed that was kind of long-standing rumors from the MCU?
The first one, probably going all the way back, is Captain Marvel and Age of Ultron.
Yep, she's there.
Her being at the end is now official. She was supposed to be there, but they're like, it's kind of whack. Let's not do that.
No, I'm glad Kevin Feige pulled the plug on that. Like,
so that would have been weird.
Yep.
Why is she just suddenly there at the end for a 2-second shot?
It's like, who, what, how, where did you get, what? Like, yeah, that wouldn't have made any sense.
I like where they put her and how they have her and everything.
Like, if you think, like, if they would have added Captain Marvel to Age of Ultron, think of how huge of a change everything going after that movie would be. Like, Civil War can't happen. Why? Because whoever has her wins. That's why. Like, it's...
I mean, we said that before with Vision, and, Vision got taken out quite quickly.
Oh, yeah, they did nerf him real quick.
They got rid of the Hulk quite quickly, because he wasn't even in that movie at all.
Yeah,
so.
Toss him off, boy. Toss him into a Quinjet and we'll figure it out.
Maybe Thor Ragnarok would have been Thor and Captain Marvel instead of Hulk.
True.
Or maybe they would have just gone, well, we keep Hulk on Earth, and then you can have Hulk and Captain Marvel go at it.
Duke it out, yeah. What a different trajectory it would have been. I don't know. I'm glad they went the way they did, because I like what we've gotten.
I also like the fact that she realizes, like, if she was in Age of Ultron, I feel she wouldn't have realized that there's more to the universe than just Earth. And I feel like if she would have stayed,
Well, who knows what even her origin would have been at the time, because they probably didn't even have everything concrete.
You could have kept it the same, because the whole 90s thing wouldn't have played about it anyway. It's just where does she, what time she comes back. But then it's like, well, when did she meet them, and why wasn't she involved with Ultron at all? Why is she just literally here at the end?
Why she literally just float down from the ceiling? That makes no sense.
And she just obliterates them all, and Vision just goes, "Oh, okay,
Oh, okay.
never mind."
So what other scenes were in there? Because that was a pretty cool one.
I can't remember if it was on the Infinity Saga or if it's Disney Plus, but there's that Morgan Stark scene.
Yeah, old Morgan or older Morgan.
Which we knew she was there anyway because we've seen the set video of her on set. Funny enough.
Yep.
But it's not
I'm
a good
happy
scene.
that they didn't put that in, because it's like I feel like it would have taken away a little bit more from him and Pepper having their final moment, because they sat there and they ended it very well. In the beginning, he's talking about, she's like, "You look tired. Look, you can finally rest now."
Yeah, it's like I don't know, the scene of her with being much older kind of also makes me question, wait, so he snapped and then he time traveled?
No, I feel like it was very much like how the Soul Gem, like when Thanos threw Gamora.
It's the
that's the
it's
realm.
the way station. This is Soul World or way station, whatever they called it.
I completely forgot that was a thing. Okay, well, there we go.
Because you also don't like Gamora very much.
No, I don't. So there we go. That one also. Yeah, like I watched the scene like twice just to be like, maybe I just didn't like it the first time, and like I'm still like, no, I like the scene we got. We really didn't need that, and I feel like that also would have taken a little bit away from the movie, like the way it's structured.
Also, why is it that we get Tony in the Soul World, but not Hawkeye after Black Widow sacrificed herself? Like, why didn't we get that as a scene?
Because
and why are we
he technically doesn't use the stone.
I was gonna say, is it just when you use the stone you
No,
go there?
well,
Yeah.
he didn't.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
how
yeah.
he got the stone.
No.
So we didn't get one with Thanos and Gamora when he killed.
Oh,
Yeah.
threw
No,
her.
it's only when you
So then why
snap.
couldn't we see Hulk do it? What? Who would he saw?
Liv Tyler.
To be like, who are you?
Who are he sees Edward Norton screaming, "I want back in!"
My script was bad, damn it.
You didn't listen to me. It's all your fault. I didn't advertise the movie. It's all your fault. No, like this Infinity Saga box set, they included just a few extra things, which it's kind of cool to, I guess take a look at it, but none of it really, from what I've read or even seen, it seems like they made the correct choice with cutting most of this stuff.
Well, here's the list of what you got. You got the Nick Fury scene from Iron Man 1.
Yep.
Like, we've all seen that. It's where he says about Spider-Man and mutants. There's I think there's an extended thing of Howard Stark doing the hologram for Tony and Iron Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Captain Marvel scene in Age of Ultron. You got an extended scene of Hank Pym, Ant-Man in Panama.
Oh, yeah.
Should have been in the movie.
That I want to see, yeah.
An alternate scene from Civil War in which Zemo steals the Red Book from an auction by poisoning everyone. A scene in Doctor Strange that mentions Mordo. The Ragnarok scene with Hela in the alleyway and Hobo Odin and all that. 'Cause obviously, that was like extensive reshoots from that one. A scene from Black Panther in which Okoye interacts with Agent Ross. Test footage for the Black Order from Infinity War. The Hulk busting out the Hulkbuster in Infinity War is in there. Which I kind of want to see that one.
Yeah.
The scene that leaked a long time ago from Infinity War in which Doctor Strange tells Peter to save them, meaning the Guardians. Everyone thought it was fake. I can't remember that one. Smart Hulk and Natasha in Infinity War, because we know he was going to be that in that. Ant-Man and the Wasp with Janet and Pym looking for the Egghead guy, which caused an explosion that creates Ghost.
Okay.
Quantum Realm scene of Janet, that's when she saves Hank. Captain Marvel with a comic accurate Supreme Intelligence, which that's a travesty that we didn't get that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty insane.
I need Green Head in a jar. Test footage of Smart Hulk and Thor at the end of Endgame trying to kiss Valkyrie, but she rejects him. Which,
Maybe like
God,
five,
they cut that one.
Yeah, like 5 of those I would want to see, but the rest of them was just like, nah, I'm good. Like,
I say the ones that change the plot, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's different. The whole Hobo Odin with Ragnarok, yeah, that was in the trailers. I want to see that one.
yeah,
But everything else, I'm kind of happy. Like, especially with this, the Morgan Stark one. Yeah, this scene was bad.
Oh, yeah. No, that didn't make any sense at all. But yeah, overall, I don't know. I'm hoping that maybe somewhere down the road they could release more because we know there's a lot more. But it seems like that they're just kind of cherry picking what to release and when. So
Yeah.
you know, it's every like couple months they're like, oh, here's a little snippet of something else. You're like, oh, cool. But it's been like 5 years. It's like,
Well, mind you, it's like how many hours of footage has been cut between 11 plus films?
I mean, 11. You mean 20? Like 3?
23.
Oh, yeah.
11.
Wow.
You stuck in like
I'd
what?
say-
2014?
Yeah, apparently. But yeah, just imagine how there are like 5 movies worth of content probably deleted out of all of those. One of them is Endgame alone.
I mean, like for example, we know that in the first Avenger, the first Captain America, there was a whole subplot they planned to put in there that was titled Operation Zemo, and it was going to deal a little with like Baron Zemo being established. They're like, yeah, not today. It's like, dude, that's big, and like, you know, Human Torch was obviously like hinted at, and there was originally.
You also had Janet in there because she was supposed to be introduced in the Avengers one.
Yep, like dude, there's
So she's got storyboards of that.
Yep.
Well,
So
just imagine we wouldn't have the Zemo and that we would have now.
how
We
different
wouldn't
it would be.
have him as the main villain of.
I'm assuming once they release the Falcon and Winter Soldier art book, we'll probably get a look at to what they wanted to do originally, you know, but.
Yep.
Or how about when Cap 3 was actually about Mad Bomb and a zombie fighting in New York or whatever?
I'm certain Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or at least the rumors are that it's going to be dealing with something similar to that.
Yep, and I'm excited.
It's like, ooh, we didn't get to use this. Let's do it again.
Give us the Serpent Society, cowards!
I mean, maybe season 2. Why not?
Good, do it. Need them.
If it gets to season 2.
You and your Serpent Society.
You don't understand how B-list and glorious they are, Shay. They will get beat by like a punch from a non-powered person because they're so good.
So a concerned citizen is, what is it going to be? An old lady's going to hit them with a purse?
Might as well, yeah, actually. That's the Serpent Society in a nutshell. So, yeah, deleted scenes. When we find out more about some of them or some new ones, we'll make sure we has officially brought us to the end of this podcast. See, I told you this was going to be a good show. I told you.
I was going to say, we still got like an hour out of it. So.
Yeah, we did. And the topics were topicy.
They were something.
They were something.
They were there.
They were discussion worthy. Since we discussed them.
Yup, that we did. So, as always, everybody, thank you for listening to this week's show. There is, of course, a bonus topic. We're going to talk about Star Wars, and right as we were recording this, we got big news of when the announcement might be made. So that'll just roll right into that, and hopefully we see you there, and we'll see you guys all next week.